Look at these cars. They're underwater. Oh my God.
Oh, look at that one he's pulling out there. See it?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Flash flooding has caused widespread chaos across both West Virginia and Indiana, where torrents of rain transformed communities into disaster zones overnight. Emergency crews rushed into action as rising waters submerged roads, trapped vehicles, and damaged homes across the two states.
I have never seen it like this. I mean, this is
There is full cars floating over there. Oh my God, there's a car completely underwater in a house. This is insane.
In West Virginia, rainfall quickly overwhelmed the drainage systems and creeks, causing water to rush into neighborhoods with little warning. The scenes were described by residents and officials as shocking, with many likening it to a sudden inland tsunami. In Indiana, communities across several counties found themselves battling the same relentless storm system. Flash flood warnings were issued as intense rainfall turned creeks and streets into rushing rivers, prompting multiple state road closures.
The trash needs. The trash can't go.
Emergency alerts were issued across Wheeling and surrounding areas after 2 to 4 inches of rain fell within hours, triggering one of the most aggressive flash flood emergencies seen in recent years. Roads disappeared under muddy currents, and debris was scattered through multiple communities.
Oh my God!
That's a house or a trailer.
It's a full freaking trailer.
That's going to back up the bridge.
Oh my God.
In Kokomo, standing water-submerged sections of State Road 26 and surrounding neighborhoods, making some areas completely inaccessible. Mailboxes and parked cars could be seen poking through the surface of the floodwater like scattered debris.
Okay, one here. I'm moving on my phone.
is Highland Park in Kokomo, where we usually have our car show on Father's Day, which will be tomorrow, but it is canceled.
Local authorities urged residents to remain indoors, especially those living near waterways where currents turned fast and violent. Video footage from emergency crews showed raging water-consuming bridges, cutting off entire blocks from emergency access.
My car!
Further north, Wildcat Creek began to swell dangerously, with hydrologists warning of a possible crest several feet above the flood stage. Residents near the creek were advised to monitor alerts closely and avoid traveling near any moving water. Sections of US Route 40 were left completely underwater, forcing drivers to abandon their vehicles and flee to higher ground. Several roads between Valley Grove and Dallas Pike became impassable, prompting overnight rescue operations for stranded motorists.
It is just crazy amount of water that's coming down through here. It's crazy.
In Boone County, both urban and rural areas were hit hard, with homes reporting flooded basements and farmland turning to swamps. Nearly 5 inches of rain soaked the region in a short span, with conditions worsening by the hour.
There's a deer around.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be going into work today.
The Wheeling Fire Department reported structural damage to multiple bridges, including one that was nearly overtaken by Big Wheeling Creek. Residents in low-lying homes were urged to evacuate or seek shelter on upper floors as creek levels continued to rise. As thunderstorms lingered, rain totals began to exceed 7 inches in spots like Indian Heights, prompting officials to declare the worst flash flood conditions seen in decades. Entire neighborhoods were cut off by water, leaving some people stranded overnight.
Oh my God. There is shit just floating.
Police in Ohio County closed several major thoroughfares after vehicles and even large shipping containers were swept under a bridge. Meanwhile, National Road between WF 88 and Mount DeChantel was shut down completely to prevent further incidents.
Did somebody actually in that car?
Evansville also faced a flash flood emergency as storms dropped inches of rain in mere hours, turning shopping centers and parking lots into lakes. Residents were seen pushing stranded vehicles through waist-deep water and climbing through windows to escape. Rescue teams confirmed they had pulled multiple people from flooded cars and buildings, with many describing their experience as terrifying. A major sinkhole was also discovered near one intersection, further complicating emergency access routes. Reports from downtown Evansville showed dramatic flooding around retail areas, where shoppers became trapped inside buildings as water poured into entryways. Cars floated between lampposts, while emergency vehicles struggled to reach those in need. Authorities in West Virginia reminded residents along National Road to shelter in place, as fast-moving water remained unpredictable and dangerous. Emergency management teams emphasized that more rainfall could worsen the crisis overnight. The National Weather Service noted that multiple rivers in Indiana, including parts of the White and Wabash, had surged above flood stage. Minor to moderate river flooding was expected to persist, creating ongoing risks even after rainfall tapered off. Officials reminded residents across both states to avoid driving through any flooded roads, no matter how shallow they may appear. Fast-moving water remains extremely dangerous and can quickly wash away cars or collapse unstable ground.